Stop wasting your time memorizing syntax, because the era of the coder is officially over, and the era of the visionary architect has just begun. For the last 20 years, the most persistent piece of career advice given to anyone seeking upward mobility was simple: learn to code. It was sold as the modern literacy, the golden ticket. We were told that if you couldn't speak the language of machines, if you couldn't write Java, C++, or Python, you were destined to be a consumer rather than a creator. But in the blink of an eye, that narrative has collapsed. We have crossed a technological event horizon where the barrier to entry is no longer technical skill, but the clarity of your thought process. We are leaving the age of syntax and entering the age of prompt logic. To understand this shift, we have to look at a case study that perfectly illustrates this new reality. Let's talk about a creator named Elena. Elena was a high school history teacher, completely non-technical, who had zero experience with software engineering. She noticed a massive inefficiency in how her district managed curriculum updates across different schools. 10 years ago, Elena would have had two choices: spend $50,000 to hire a development agency or spend 2 years in night school learning to code, likely giving up before she ever built a prototype. But Elena lives in the era of generative AI. She didn't open a textbook. She opened a conversation with an advanced AI model. Elena utilized what we now call prompt logic. This is the art of breaking down a complex systemic problem into logical, sequential requirements that an AI can execute. She didn't need to know how to write a database query in SQL. She simply needed to understand the logic of how data relates to other data. She sat down and typed, "I need a web-based dashboard where teachers can upload PDF lesson plans, and the system automatically tags them by historical era and subject matter." The AI wrote the code. But here is where the magic happened, and where the coder is replaced by the architect. The first version didn't work perfectly. In the old world, Elena would have been stuck staring at error messages she didn't understand. In the new world, she simply pasted the error back into the AI and asked, "Why is this failing?" The AI explained the logic error, and Elena corrected her instructions, not the code. She built a fully functional, enterprise-grade SaaS platform in 3 weekends. She did this not by learning the syntax of the machine, but by forcing the machine to understand the syntax of human intent. This is why learning to code in the traditional sense is becoming obsolete. Writing code is manual labor. It is the laying of bricks. But prompt logic, that is architecture. It is the design of the cathedral. The future belongs to people like Elena. It belongs to the systems thinkers, the dreamers, and the problem solvers who previously felt locked out of the tech industry because they weren't good at math or couldn't memorize library functions. The playing field hasn't just been leveled. The game has changed entirely. You are no longer limited by what you can type. You are only limited by what you can imagine and how clearly you can articulate that vision. So do not be intimidated by the code. The code is now a commodity, available infinitely and instantly. The scarcity is no longer software engineers. The scarcity is visionaries who can wield prompt logic to build the impossible. The tools are in your hands. The gatekeepers are gone. The only question remaining is, what are you going to build? If you are ready to stop learning syntax and start mastering the logic of the future, subscribe for more insights on the AI revolution.